guys, it is Erika Nicole here, your favorite sales friend. So today we are going to talk about something that is absolutely necessary, absolutely game changer for you and your business. Have you ever been like in a situation where you're talking about your services, but you just feel nervous and unsure, and you're just constantly wondering what they're thinking or if they like you or care about what you're talking about? Trust and believe, we have all been there. But this is the thing about it. Confidence is a skill set. It's not something that most people are born with. So if you are constantly finding yourself in these situations where you feel nervous, you feel unsure, you are just wondering with all different kind of thoughts in your head while you are trying to sell your services to somebody, then you are in the right place, because today we are going to learn how to be confident while we are selling. First things first, hopefully by now you understand that confidence in sales is a necessity. There is no running away from that. There is no changing that. There is no getting away from that process. Sales is a necessary piece of your business. If you are not making sales, then you're going to be out of business. If you are not making enough cash flow, whether you have a business that's making 6 figures, 7 figures or not, if you don't have the necessary cash flow, then you're going to go out of business. And we have seen that time and time again with businesses making a lot of money, but then going bankrupt or going out of business because they did not have enough cash flow. So imagine you are talking to somebody and your voice sounds shaky, your hand movements and your body language is very closed off, and you just aren't really free flowing in the conversation. What do you think the chances are that they are going to buy from you? Or whether you have a team and you have people who are just very nervous, very shaky, the chances that somebody is actually going to buy from them are slim to none. And here's why. People buy from people that they like, trust, and know. So if you seem like you are coming off as you're hiding something, like you're nervous, like you aren't confident in what you are saying and what you are selling, then what would be the reason for them to have more confidence in what you are doing than you do? It doesn't really make sense, right? And so instead of being in a position where you feel nervous, you feel anxiety, those things can slowly go away, right? Once you start practicing these things that I'm going to tell you, once you start putting them into place, you will see as you have more conversations and you practice this more and more, you will see the difference in your results, right? So whether you are closing 0%, 20% or less, that is a really low close rate. Whether you are doing in-person sales, over the phone sales, social selling, whichever kind of selling that you're doing, if you are closing 20%, really 25, 30% and under, then you are missing out on thousands, tens of thousands, millions of dollars possibly. Okay, let me give you some actionable tips that you can put into your sales strategy, conversations, everything like that to help you increase your close rate. So the first thing is, know your service inside and out. Now, when I say this, I am not talking about, things like how long they will be in your program or how long this or, how you came about. Those are not the things that you want to focus on when you are talking to people about your service. You want to tell them things like, how is their life going to be different? What are the emotional effects? Like, what are the things that they are going to feel that is different from how they felt previously, right? You want to talk about things about how much time they are going to save, how much more freedom they are going to have. And you will figure out these things by first figuring out what their problems are and what their pain points are. Okay, so once you figure out that they are spending an additional 20 hours a week on sales calls and they are still only closing 20% of those sales calls, then you know that you have a pain point. Then you know that you have a problem. And so when you are talking about your service, then you want to bring up that pain point and how it connects to your service and how you can help them. Okay, so make sure whatever the pain point is, you connect your service with that pain point and how it is going to help that person and how it is going to make them feel, how their life is going to be different, how they're going to make more money or save money, whatever that is going to look like compared to what their pain point is. Okay, the second thing is practice makes perfect. I cannot tell you how important this is. People think that they get information and that they'll just be simply able to go out and implement that information without practicing. That is a big mistake, right? While experience is practice, there are reps that you need to put in prior to even practicing on people, so that you can do this by recording videos of yourself talking. You can do this in the mirror in your bathroom. You can do this on the way while you are driving somewhere. Just get comfortable with the way you are communicating your words and your services. What things do you want all of your prospects to know and understand about your services? What things do they need to be able to say after you guys get out of this conversation? They can take this information and share to somebody else in a clear and concise way. Okay, so practice, practice, practice. Once you do it, recording yourself in the mirror, then go find somebody to practice with. If you want to do role playing with me, you can set up a time to speak to me in order to do that training and get those reps in, and I can help you on any places that you are finding pitfalls, or that you keep getting stuck, or that you want to find how to say it in a different way that is more comfortable for you. Okay, the next thing is maintain a positive mindset. Okay, what does this look like? See, the thing about sales is that you're going to get rejected, right? And you really have to be able to mentally say to yourself, like, for one, just because they said no does not mean that that's the end of the conversation. You still want to be able to make good relationships with people. You still want to be able to offer value to people, because just because they said no this time does not mean that sometime in the future they won't say yes. It does not mean that they won't bring you referrals, right? So always keep a positive mindset so that you can cultivate good relationships, whether somebody decides to work with you or not. The other thing is that just because somebody said no does not mean that other people won't say yes, right? Just because they don't see the value in it, or maybe you did not explain it to them in a way that they can see the value, does not mean that you cannot get better and then be able to show that value to somebody else. You have to start looking at things as learning experiences. And what I see from a lot of salespeople, from a lot of business owners, is that they see things as failures instead of seeing things as learning experiences. Okay, so take your mind off of it being a failure and replace that with it being a learning experience. Okay, and that will help you cultivate a positive mindset. The next thing is master your body language. I cannot tell you how many people have tried to sell me something, and because it seemed like they were not sure, because it seemed like they did not know where they were talking about, because they were so closed off in their body language, it made me feel uncomfortable, right? So when you don't know how to manage your body language, articulate a certain feeling, then you're going to keep having this disconnection between you and your prospect, you and whoever you are talking to. So you want to be able to master your body language. One of the things that I tell the people that I help is that if you feel nervous, You need to push that nervousness to another part of your body, right? So a lot of salespeople, you will see them using their hands a lot when they are talking. It helps you to take the nervousness from in here in your head and push it someplace else, right? You will see us maybe making facial expressions when we're talking, right? We're doing that because we are taking that emotion of anxiety and of fear, and we're pushing it someplace else, and that allows us to be more open, to communicate better, to flow more, right? When you are just stuck like this and right, it's very robotic. It doesn't give connection. So master your body language. This is another thing that you can practice recording yourself and doing. You can practice in the mirror, right? Practice, practice, practice. And the last thing is to embrace rejection. Okay? If somebody tells you no, figure out why they are telling you no, right? A lot of people get rejected and then they get off of a call, or they get off of a video call, and they just go and they feel like it's the worst thing that could ever have happened, right? But really, no is the beginning of a learning sequence. Find out why they are saying no. Once you know why that person said no, you could fill in the missing links for the next person, right? So maybe they said no because your program is too long, right? And they don't want to spend the time in that. Well, is there a way that you can look at your program and condense it, right? Is there a way that you can figure out how to better equip yourself as the solution to people? Okay. And the other thing is, rejection also leads you to a path of understanding places about yourself, right? If you look at rejection as you being worthless, or as you not being whatever you thought that you were, then you're looking at it from the wrong angle. Rejection, everybody is not going to be your client. Everybody is not going to be the best for you to work with. You want to focus on finding the ideal person, the ideal client that you want to work with, that you know for sure that you can get them results, that you can help them. So everybody is just not your client, and that is okay. They could tell you no, you could tell them no. I mean, either way is fine, but know who it is that you serve, how you serve them, and decide whether or not this is a good person for you to work with, and give them the opportunity and the ability to decide whether you are a good person for them to work with. Okay? Now, this is what I would say to all of my salespeople, all of my business owners. The thing about learning a new skill, right? So whether you are new to business and you are just trying to figure out how to get your first 20 sales, or whether you are experienced in business but you have a new offer and you want to put that offer out into the marketplace, but you just aren't sure how people are going to take it, if they are going to buy from it, and it is making you nervous and not as confident in your skill set, whichever one that it is, I want you to understand, right? When I started off in sales, it was pretty bad, right? Like, it wasn't like the worst, but it was pretty bad. Like, I remember I would get up early in the morning, I would get ready, brush my teeth, do my hair, get ready for work, hop in my car, drive to the office. And I mean, I would walk in there like, the salespeople bringing in the money, okay? So it's like, yeah, like, hey, I'm that person, right? But every time a client would come in and it would be time for me to actually sell them, I would feel so much anxiety. Like, I would feel so nervous. And I would do this thing that I like to call smile selling, right? And it's just when you like smile a lot and you just agree with people and you laugh at everything they're saying. It's just like it's called smile selling. And the thing about it is, I would close some deals doing that, right? But it really wasn't mastering the skill set of sales and helping people see the value in what they were getting. And so once I realized that I needed to up my game to actually make the money that I wanted to make, that's when it all changed for me. That's when I really started to take time and figure out what I did not know and what I needed to get better at. And once I did that, I was able to sell literally like crazy, right? I was able to close deals. I was able to close high ticket deals at a crazy rate, like faster than people who had more experience than me. But it was because I took the time, I got a mentor, and I really learned the skill of sales, and it changed my life. Okay, so wherever you are starting from, I want you to know that time, dedication, persistence, and learning this skill set, it is going to pay off for you. So do not stop, do not quit. Whether you are making $0, 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever it is, whether it is you or your team, you need to understand this skill set and how it is going to change your business. Okay, so hopefully you guys found that helpful. And I mean, I am your sales friend. If you have questions, put them in the comments, right? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I am going to continuously help you guys with your sales and making more money so that you can have more freedom, more time, more money to be and do the things that you want to in this life. Okay, so remember to like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any sales questions, and I will speak to you guys next time. Until next time, your favorite sales girl. Bye.